Hello and welcome. This is Janilta Bhattrai from Single World News. Today we have come to you for a very hot, interesting conversation. Well, a very well-known conversation. After the pandemic boom of a few years, technology companies ended 2022 with a bleak outlook. Across the sector, thousands of jobs were cut to correct the overhiring of the COVID period and brace for what experts call a period of slower growth for the sector. The layoff wave has swept not only startups and mid-sized firms, but also big tech companies. So far, around 219 tech companies have laid off 68,149 employees in 2023, according to the tracking site Layoffs.fyi. Here is a list of major companies that have announced layoffs. Well, the software and the consulting firm IBM. It says that it will lay off around 3,900 employees. The company also forecast annual revenue growth in the mid-single digits on constant currency terms, weaker than the 12% it reported last year, as pandemic-led demand for digitizing businesses has given way to cautious spending by clients amid rising recession fears. Well, another very well-known music streaming service, that is Spotify, is cutting off 6% of its workforce, or roughly around 600 job roles. CEO Daniel Ek announced the layoffs as part of an organizational restructure aimed at increasing efficiency, reducing cost, and speeding up decision-making power. Spotify laid off around 38 staff from its Gimlet Media and Parcast podcast studios in the month of October. Another well-known company, Google parent Alphabet, is eliminating around 12,000 jobs, or 6% of its global workforce. Its chief executive Sundar Pichai told employees in an email. The US tech giant Microsoft, it said that it will cut around 10,000 jobs by the end of the third quarter of the fiscal year 2023. The layoffs will result in a charge of $1.2 billion in the second quarter of the fiscal 2023, representing a negative impact of 12 cents on per share profit, Microsoft said. The e-commerce giant, a very well-known company, Amazon, yes. It said company-wide layoffs would impact over 18,000 employees. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy, in an email to staff, cited uncertain economy and rapid hiring as reasons behind the job cuts. Facebook parent Meta, it cuts around 13% of its workforce, or over 11,000 employees, amid a weak advertising market and mounting cost. In 2022, Meta posted its first quarterly revenue decline in history, followed by another bigger decline in the fall. The company plans to cut cost by $3 billion in 2023. Intel generated $7.7 billion in cash from operations in the fourth quarter and paid dividends of $1.5 billion. CEO Pat Gelsinger told Reuters people actions would be part of a cost reduction plan. The microblogging platform has aggressively cut its workforce across teams post Elon Musk $44 billion takeover. Yes, the company fired around 3,700 employees. HP Inc., another well-known company, it said that it expects to cut up to 6,000 jobs by the end of the fiscal year 2025, or about 12% of its global workforce, at a time when sales of personal computers and laptops are sliding as shoppers tighten budgets. Mohalla Tech, the parent firm of vernacular social media platform ShareChat and the short video app Moj, it also laid off around 20% of its staff, or over 500 employees, in a fresh round of layoffs. Swiggy, yes, it will again sack 380 employees. CEO Sri Harsha Majeti told employees in an internal note. Majeti said the company's food delivery business has been growing more slowly than expected. He gave this reason. He also said that the company overhired over the past 2 years due to a case of poor judgment on his part. Reliance Retail Company, again, it backed Dunzo, has laid off around about 33% of its employees last week, and the quick commerce platform for groceries and other essentials is cutting cost elsewhere as well. Ride-hailing and electric vehicle company Ola, yes, you heard it right, it's Ola. It has laid off around 130 to 200 employees in a fresh round of layoffs at the SoftBank-backed mobility firm. The layoffs have happened across the ride-hailing, electric vehicle, and fintech businesses. In September, the company resented the retrenchment of about 200 engineers. Another, India's most valuable startup, byjus, it said it would cut or rationalize about 5% or 50,000 strong workforce across departments such as product, content, media, and technology in a phased manner. Earlier in the year of 2022, the company had fired at least 600 people from the group firms such as toppr and whitehatjr. These are the conditions of the very well-known tech giant companies, and what you have to say regarding the layoffs which is taking place and the year 2023, how good it is and how bad. Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for the latest notifications.